Boo ha 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 ha. Boo ha ha ha. Spooky, spooky. Ha ha ha. Scary sounds. Ah, spooky. Spooky. Ah, scary. But boo. 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 Scary. Ah, yeah, scary. Ah, spooky.
Hey Ace, I haven't started the recording yet, but buddy, I've been curious. How's Becky and the kids doing?
I don't know, man. It's been fine, I guess. She has me paying alimony and all this. God, I hate her. I wish she was dead.
Well, have they kind of like loosened up on the visiting privileges at all, or?
Yeah, well, you see, Becky's loosened up on a few other things, if you catch my drift. The kids have been talking to me how she goes out on these late night trips all the time, and it's like, yep, here we go again. It's kind of like,
Yeah. Well, but you said you got to. We were talking on the phone earlier. You said you got to go to Timmy's baseball game, and because Becky wasn't able to make it, that's something. You're getting to spend some time with your kids. I think it's getting better. You know.
yeah, but the thing was, he didn't even really recognize me as his like dad or father figure. I felt like I was just like an acquaintance, and it just,
Oof.
uh, yeah, getting into some heavy topics, man.
Have you tried kind of like, I know you went to civil court with all the divorce and filing and all the stuff, but like I know it was a difficult time for you, but have you tried reopening, maybe hiring another lawyer? Maybe get
Honest,
get better privileges, maybe, or maybe have you tried getting custody of the kids?
I've tried, but with my past, being a criminal and all that, I've tried to change and like have a good heart and stuff like that. I have, and I've made strides. Okay, ever since the whole situation with what's his name, our intern being an ex-convict and everything, it's been a turning point for me. And I realized that my kids are everything. And
Yes,
with my past, I'm just not able to I'm not able to win because they see me as a criminal, and that's what I'm always going to be labeled as, a criminal, and it kind of sucks.
I understand. Dude, hey, but from what I can tell, you care about your kids, and I bet I know for a fact that they can tell that you care about them, even if they're not really familiar with you. But that happened so long ago. I guess it's just so weird to think about it now, like how things have changed. But I'm as much as you dislike her. How is Becky? Oh,
Uh, she's extremely cold towards me, and she just has a heart. She has a heart made out of ice, and it's like she's so unresponsive to what I have to say all the time. It's like I'm talking to a corpse.
you're being metaphorical, right?
Oh, yeah, of course. What else would I be? What do you really think I want to go back to jail?
I I guess I guess not. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to press. Let's record this episode and we'll talk about it more later.
All right,
Okay,
man.
okay. You got this. Okay.
Should we do the no, we don't need to do the clap sync right now. Or we okay, yeah, all right, let's go.
Okay, yeah, I'll figure it out. Phil will edit
Yeah.
for us later. Okay. You can do this. Okay. Welcome back to another episode of the AM-bition podcast. I'm here with my bro Ace, and we're here to get spooky because it's Halloween, and that's what you're supposed to do.
Well,
Only
it's Halloween right now. This will be posted on a Friday and Halloween was on a Thursday. So,
it was
yeah.
Halloween at one point. Ah, spooky because we were late. Spooky.
Ooh, the ghost. The ghost of missing upload schedules constantly.
Basically.
All right, so I thought I would start off with a topic that I'm very passionate about.
Okay.
It's about how much I hate Halloween. All right. I've written a poem here.
Okay.
Let me find it. All right. Starting. Uh, Halloween hate miss. All right. That is the name of this poem. I'm original. All right. I hate Halloween. Took me 2 weeks to come up with that, boys.
I mean, it's pure literary gold. I mean, it's great.
I feel like you're making fun of me. Do we really have to get back into this, dude? Are you being serious? I feel like you're making fun of my literature.
No, maybe you elaborate on why you hate Halloween to the audience.
I don't need a reason to hate it.
That's just how deep my hate goes. I don't need reason.
But yeah, honestly, I don't know. Ever since I like dressing up for Halloween. That part is fine. I like making my own costumes and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
But it's just, I have extreme social anxiety. That's why I'm able to talk with random people from across the world and be perfectly fine, all right? But I have social anxiety. I don't like the way I look. I don't like the way I feel all the time. And, that's not the only reason I hate Halloween. Another reason is because little shits chasing me around for candy.
What?
No, this actually happened, all right? Here, let me get into the story. So, last Halloween, it wasn't this Halloween, but last Halloween there was this kid and he was just he was staring at me and with his bag open. I was still trick-or-treating at this time. Or I wasn't trick-or-treating, but I was going out with my my brothers and sisters to go get some candy. Because my mom couldn't have shown up, and no need to elaborate on that. Either no, she just had a bad hip and she couldn't go. But I'm getting too deep into that. And this kid, he had his bag open, and I was like, hello there. And he said trick or treat, and I was like, okay, I'll give this kid a piece of candy. It's no harm. He was like a small little boyo, and after I started walking away, he started following me. And then I sent my brothers and sisters back home because I was like, okay, this is a bit weird. It's getting a bit weird because it was already getting a bit late. And I was like, this kid doesn't really have any parents with him. So I walk around. I'm like, hey, kiddo, where are your parents? And he was like, oh, they're down the street. And I was like, okay, well, I'll take you there. And I took him there. And they were like, oh, so happy you found him. Thank you so much, young man. And from there on out, I started walking away again. But then he comes back up to me and he's like, trick or treat. And at this point, I am so done with this kid. I hate kids, by the way. I'm so done with this kid. I take a handful of candy out and I just give it to him. I just hand it to him. Because I'm done. I want to go home. It's like late at night. It's starting to freeze. And, I'm just ready to go. So I start walking away again, and he starts running after me. And he grabs my my little cloak thing I had on at the point. And you know what? I got tired of this because the couple that had the kid, they were just standing there. They were watching. They weren't doing anything. Very irresponsible, by the way. And at this point, I just say I'm done, and I start running. And then he starts running after me. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm done. I don't take any candy out, but I pull out a little big Ziploc bag I had in my in my pocket. Well, I didn't have it in my pocket. I had it in my backpack because I'm cool, unlike you. And, I just sort of give him a bag of candy and I leave and he stops bugging me. And I'm like, why'd you only stop bugging me after I gave you candy? Can I have my candy back, please? I hate kids. I'm sorry.
That's so weird. That's just so weird.
Yeah, there are many reasons why I hate Halloween. Another reason, I'm not a very big candy person.
I can understand that.
Yeah, I don't like sweet stuff. I don't like cakes and stuff like that. Ice cream's fine. I don't mind that, but
Yeah.
anything else is kind of like, too much of it, and you're just like two Snickers or one Snicker.
One Snicker.
I almost said something.
Oh, yeah, that's a whole other controversy we need to avoid. So, but yeah,
one Snicker, two Snicker,
but so yeah, I understand the like. Not everybody's like a huge fan of sweets, but it's like that okay. That kid. Why did that happen? Why did that happen?
I don't know. It was kind of weird because I was like, all right, I might be being haunted.
He's possessed by the spirit of Halloween. That's how it works. That's the holiday
spirit of
tradition.
Halloween. Just a very that should be the mascot of Halloween.
It's just a little kid who goes, "Give me your candy.
Give me your candy. You
Give me your
fucking
candy."
nerd.
He says that exactly too. It's like this is the first holiday mascot that's like can curse.
Do you have any weird experiences with Hallows Eve?
I do actually. So you know how okay, I don't know about everybody else's like, or if this is like a common thing, but like, you know, it's always good. It's always a good measure, a good rule of thumb for when you get home after you've been trick or treating is get your parents to make sure your candy's not filled with poison or razor blades and all that jazz. But
dude, I come home and I kind of want that.
please no. But
have you seen that one Twitter post where it's like, guys, I just found this in my kid's bag, and it's like it's a tiny lollipop, and when he opens the little wrapper thing on it, it reveals like this giant blade that's just been snuck in. I'll have to show you it later, but it's great.
Yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So we're trick or treating with me and my siblings. I'm leading them on through the neighborhood, and we get to this house, and this guy. I'm not trying to like. I didn't go in and judge like immediately judging him based on like just his mannerisms or anything like. But like he seemed very like off at first, but I didn't want to judge a book by its cover. So I just went, okay, this guy might just be like the nicest guy in the world, and I have no idea. So we're trick or treat, and he hands out the candy. And he's like his hands are like shaky. It's very odd, but like, can't judge. So he's handing out the candy. He's like, here you guys go. And we're like, hey, thanks. And then he's like, oh, you guys are costumes are good. That deserves more candy. And he just like hands us some more. And I'm like, okay, thank you. And then he's just like, oh, you want another piece? And I'm like, sure. And then he hands me one, and it's just like, he just keeps giving us candy. And like if I was a little younger and I didn't understand what might be happening, I'd be like, yes, this is awesome. But like no, it was like I was like, okay, we have to leave. So like I'm like, bye. And he's like, you guys don't want it? And we're like, no, we're good. And we just leave. And I made sure to keep an eye on which candy he put in there, but I did not feel comfortable eating whatever he was giving to us. So I just kind of just threw that away. Like I didn't trust that guy. He kind of freaked me out a little bit because it just like seemed like he was like so like, hey, you want some more? And I don't know.
Want any more?
It was spooky. So hey, it was on theme. Halloween, spooky. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the different kind of spooky though. But
yeah. I'm ordering Chinese food. It might be here in a while. Ooh! I'm sorry.
You might have to conversate with the person delivering it. Spooky.
I'll have to open my wallet.
That's the scariest part. That's the scariest part, having to pay for it.
It's empty.
You get up there, and then he's like, "Oh, hey, are you Ace? Yeah. Oh, here's your food. Oh, thanks, man. Okay. So you gonna pay for it? Oh, yeah. I just wanted to get my wallet. Okay. Oh no,
it's a bag of candy.
Here, have this candy. I have no money. Thanks.
I'm fucking poor.
No, you just open the wallet and you're like, no! And like that's the scary part. That's the plot twist. You're like, I'm broke.
I'm broke, and I ordered this Chinese food, and I don't know how I'm gonna pay for it. I've got Chinese door Chinese door guy comes up, and he's like, oh, I have a way you can pay for it. Switches to this other scene where it's got like the funky music playing in the background, and we're both just fucking sharing candy that we've found. I wanna have that type of relationship with everyone. Like where everyone.
You hear that, audience? Ace wants to, just share some candy,
I want to
some
share
quality
my
time.
candy. Candy, quote unquote, and not my long schmeat.
I'm really confused on what audience we're really recording this for.
The porn enthusiasts.
We're just like at first it's like, oh, just like calm, comfortable, normal conversations, and then it just slowly like gets more intense with each episode. Figure out we're sponsored by like Pornhub or something. It's like, uh-oh, wait a second.
Hey, Pornhub, I'm a premium member. Please sponsor us.
What YouTube's gonna have I guess they did. It was like YouTube Red for a bit. I don't know if do they still do YouTube Red, or is that...
Yeah, I don't know.
They do YouTube
like,
TV, which is its own thing, but really it's just the more successful version of YouTube Red, I would think,
Yeah, I don't know why YouTube's trying to go onto the TV. I mean,
It's making them
a
money.
dying media. That is a dying media, though. There's so many other things you could do. What the fuck?
That's very interesting. Well, okay, so I think the reason it's working is because, YouTube, people who are tech savvy are like, oh, YouTube, and then I can watch TV on YouTube. I use YouTube. And people who are like, oh, TV's the past, and they're using this streaming service is the now, and then they're like, oh, YouTube, I can just go on YouTube and watch stuff, and I guess since it's online, it's not necessarily part of that world. I guess it's its own thing, but it has the content that people know from television, so I guess it kind of works.
I guess you're right. Hey, we're talking about more dead things like TV. Woo!
Spooky.
Please just start playing spooky, scary skeletons every time I do the woo.
Oh, fun fact. I don't know if I shared this on the podcast, but we
we got a copyright strike.
Yeah, we got a copyright. We got a copyright strike on our episode titled "Diet Communism" because apparently the Red Nation Choir owns the rights to the USSR national anthem, and so whenever someone plays that video, they're earning some bucks, or whatever the currency is. I'm pretty uncultured.
Rubles.
Yeah, earning some from, and also so YouTube is funny because it's very efficient in like recognizing, like the software that they use, or the AI they use to recognize music in videos is like come a long way. But I've noticed that so many industries that own a song, or a company that may own, or some sort of incorporated body that owns a song, may not always be a band, or may not be like, a musician. So it says in the information is this song, USSR national anthem, like owner, the Red Nation Choir, the Red Army Choir, or something like that. And then it says album, and it says Red Army Choir, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure they didn't have an album. But it's like, okay, YouTube. Hey guys, check out our new album, Communist Live. Coming soon.
Communist Day, a ripoff of Green Day, but it's just red.
It's just it's just propaganda. It's just like straight up propaganda, but like it's a parody of all Green Day songs.
Communist Park.
Wait, is that Green Day? 121 is 21 Guns Green Day?
I don't fucking know. I isn't like, I forgot what it was, but it's like, you're a walking contradiction. That's Green Day, and that's pretty good. That's a pretty good song. Check that out. It's sponsored by Green Day. All right.
Yeah, I think 21 Guns is by Green Day. Yeah, it is. I think, but it's like 121 guns shooting at you if you disobey the government.
Have you seen 2019 Guy by Penguin Zero?
I haven't.
Or Critical? It is so good. It's just the most douchebag type of song, and he made it ironically, like, I'm just a 2019 guy, and it's made to be like extremely Green Day. It's like a Green Day-ish song. I mean, they don't own like rock and roll or anything, but it reminds me a lot of Green Day. Anyway, what's up, man? I actually haven't talked to you in like a week. So what's up?
I'm reading a novel right now called called Invisible Man, without the "the," because that's an entirely different book. And,
I've read that book. I don't know what this fucking rip-off Invisible Man
rip
is.
off.
Have you seen, I don't know if it's The Invisible Man or The Invisible Man, but basically this dude, he just comes completely transparent, and then he has to, like, wear skins so people can see him. Have you seen that movie?
I have not.
It's a great horror. It's not really a horror movie, but it's more of a, like, psychological horror. But I really like it. You should watch it.
But yeah, so here I have the book right here. Invisible Man by Ralph Ellison. I'm reading it for literature in my literature class, and it gets really intense.
Like bend over the table and just intense, or what type of intense?
Well, it does at one point. It's very. So the context of the book. This is way before the civil rights movement. This is like, okay, slavery's over, yay, and then just that's it. There's no like, oh, we're going to accept African Americans into society. It's just like, oh, slavery's gone, now figure out how to live in this society now. Just do it. And like that's what the book is mainly about, blatant racism, just social issues, and like how it's not even it's all about that's one of the main issues in the book that it addresses, but it's not the main purpose. I guess it's more of the broader theme to it is it's about a person who feels like they're just a cog in the wheel of a cog in the clock of society, as in they just fit into place, and they feel like they're invisible because they're going according to society, but then it's the ultimate but wait, if they're aware that they're just fitting in, then are they really invisible, or are they invisible because they're fitting in? It's just this. It's a very interesting book. It's fun to discuss, but yeah, let's see, I'm in chapter 15. Not that really means anything because you haven't read it, but I think it's good. I think it's very good.
All right.
Spooky.
Now it's book club hour. All right,
book club hour.
We're running a new segment of the show, book club.
Book club.
I have been reading 50 Shades of Dark.
50 Shades Darker, the parody movie?
No, 50 Shades Dark.
Is that the sequel?
No. Just, I don't know why. 50 Shades. I don't know why I find that so funny. 50 Shades Dark.
Rebrand the title.
Gotta keep our... Oh, please, for the love of God. We should talk about something spooky. No more book club hour. Book club hour is gone. It's gone. Dead.
It's dead. Dead.
Ooh,
Spooky.
Killed book club hour.
Okay, how about this? This musician is very spooky in their music. What do you think of Billie Eilish, I guess? What do you think?
I was born at a very young age, so I don't know who Billie Eilish is, really. I don't listen to any of her songs.
It's I don't know, it's one of those things. So, I don't want to sound like I'm oh, well, I only like obscure music, mainstream media bad, but it's it's...
One second, hold on. Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I hate people who are like that. It's I'm so different, just like everybody else.
Wait a second.
And that's kind of what's that word? I think oxymoron or some shit like that.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's everybody tries so hard to be different. It's who gives a shit?
Yeah, just be yourself. It's I'm kind of conflicted because I do listen to music that is defined as mainstream, and I do enjoy it. I'm not one of those people that oh, it's not obscure, but most of the time I avoid pop groups, I guess that I don't really listen to much rap with the exception for Gorillaz. I try to avoid pop songs and pop stars, but it's Billie Eilish is kind of the exception because I know it's like, oh, spooky, like spooky's been done before, but like I don't know. I like her music is fun to listen to. Like she kind of tries to make her music like very. I don't. It doesn't really feel like it's super deep. It's more of just like all like random strewn concepts.
I'm sad, and
yeah, like
I'm
randomly strewn
sad,
like
and you
ideas.
should all know about it.
Yeah, and it's like I like the design of like her marketing. I guess the way she markets her music. And I do enjoy listening to the songs. So it's kind of spooky. It's interesting, but I don't listen to her music because of her gimmick. You know, I listen to it because I just like it. But I say I listen. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I say I listen. I don't listen to her frequently, but I do when the song comes on. A song comes on of hers. I'm like, oh, awesome. Like I'm like I wouldn't seek it out, but like I don't hate it.
It's like I don't hate. All right, I'm gonna go through the same thing that you just said, but I'm gonna put my own little spin on it. Hey, another spooky spin. Another spooky. It's a spin. All right, back to what I was saying. Billie Eilish is interesting. I've never really listened to any of her songs, but if they come on, it's like, oh well, I guess. I'll either A, skip it because I really don't like. I know it sounds weird because I listen to Grandson. I listen to music a lot that's like the deeper meaning is almost obvious. All right, because that's always nice to have the song that sounds good and a meaning towards it. Like suicidal thoughts and stuff are bad. Like that's completely fine. Not making light of that, by the way. But you know, it's just what's a good word for it? What's a good word for Billie Eilish? Try hard. There we go. It's like they're trying to replicate, or she's trying to replicate a depressed person's feelings, which a depressed person doesn't really go out and say they're depressed all too much. Like I personally, I don't talk like about any of my feelings with the exception of a few close friends. Like I'll cry to a few close friends, but I don't go and I'm like, oh, I have depression. Give me your sympathy, please, because honestly,
yeah,
it's kind of insulting in a way. But
there's a difference between seeking help and seeking help for attention.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. You just said exactly what I wanted to say in like 2 words, or three to four. Seeking help. Yeah, 5, 6. I don't fucking know. Shut the fuck up. Honestly, Billie Eilish. I'll give her this. She has good eyelashes. There we go.
You heard it here first, folks. Ace approves of her eyelashes, so that everything is right with the world.
Laugh.
Man, that was a sure a spooky episode. I mean, I could barely not
Contain
be scared.
myself.
Yeah, I was trying to think of something. You can tell I'm not really good at making this up. Spooky, scary. That's what you guys need. We're gonna leave you guys with. Remember, this was a scary episode. Tell your friends about how scary this episode was, and then once they hear this, they'll be in on the joke, and they'll be like, "Man, that was a really scary episode, Jeff. You should listen to it."
Alimony, ooh, spooky. It's scary.
It's gonna be okay. Ace, okay. I'll cut before this so they don't hear that. I don't want to like let your personal life out there. So,
all right. Did you stop the recording, man? Did you stop it?
Well, no, but like I'll edit this part out if you need to say anything.
All right. Well, stop because we need to talk. I'm not done with. Yeah, I fucking killed Becky, dude.
Oh my gosh.